Engineering work information from South West Train. Saturday the 4th and Sunday the 5th of February, buses from A trains making the step to Salisbury all day. London Waterloo to Exeter Dating services will be retimed, diverted and call out additional stops. For further information,
Today they are demolishing the old Newbury Road bridge and they're going to replace it with a brand new one which is taller to allow for larger freight containers to go through.
How long do you think that process is going to take? Well, obviously they got the bridge down already.
The bridge is down, the new one being fabricated in Ireland and coming over. It should be in place by the end of the weekend.
So they're building the whole thing and then just shipping the bridge complete over here?
Not complete, in jigsaw puzzle form. So they put the pieces together and by the end of the weekend it should all be in place, ready for the road to have its work done with the utilities and to be built up to the new level.
Oh, I guess that's a good point as well. It's not just a bridge, there's all the pipes, there's the electricity and everything that goes across that bridge too.
Everything has to be coordinated, hence the long road closure, unfortunately. The brand new bridge should be in place by the end of the day.
Do you know when that bridge, I'm not sure if you said earlier, when that bridge first was built? The original one?
The line was built in 1854. It's an original bridge, so it's 158 years old. It was 158 years old.
And if I recall correctly, it was 50-something miles out of London Waterloo?
It's 59 miles exactly from London Waterloo. So it's
seen a lot of trains in its day.
It certainly has. There's very, very low clearance to it, unfortunately. So it had to go.
Are you aware of any interesting steam engines that have gone through here and under that bridge?
Yeah, many. In recent times, lots of rail tours pass through each year. Britannia, Tangmere, and even the brand new Tornado comes through.
How many bridges are they having to take down on this whole line, do you recall?
It's 17 bridges. 3 have been done today. This is diversion route between Southampton and Basingstoke. So there's 17 bridges in total that's got to be replaced or reworked. This is just one of them. It's a government initiative in order to get lorries off the roads and more freight trains used.
Hey, what's that? He actually picked up the tree from the ground.
Do you have memories of coming up to the old bridge that was here, watching steam trains or anything?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Well, we lived just at number 8, which is on the corner over there, and we can recall quite well the fact that there was steam trains coming up then, and you would hear them whistle, because coming out of Hurstbourne Station, which is now long since closed as a scrapyard there, Hurstbourne Station as it was, they were coming out of there and coming up to the straight and round the corner at the bottom. There's a crossing, a pedestrian crossing there, and they've still whistle signs, so they always whistle as they're coming up towards the corner and as they round the corner. So we would hear it in our house down here, tell your children, come on quick, run. And we always used to run up the road here. We used to manage to get up to the bridge before the steam train actually came through the station and through. So we very rarely missed a steam train. If we were home, we all saw all the steam trains, didn't we? Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. But that whistle sign is still there, and if you get a steam train coming up through here now, you will hear in the distance that whistle, and that is that particular place is still there, and he whistles now before he comes around the corner, so you always know it's coming because there's a whistle. Yeah.
And what does it mean having this new bridge here now?
Well, fantastic. I mean, it's to us it's slightly high because now we can't, especially children, you can't get to it and look over. But okay, for the safety aspect and the fact that there has been accidents on lines where vehicles have actually overshot and gone down into the cuttings, and there's been major accidents. So, okay, you have to accept that things have to be done nowadays for safety purposes. But I think the old one was better. I really do.
Had good moss on it.
More character, especially if you stand down in the station now and look back at it. I mean, this one they've attempted to put an arch in, which is fine, but it's not the same as the old brick one. And when it was coming down, I was up here and taking photographs then, and I just saw these. I just pictured these men way back, these bricklayers, laying each one of those bricks. And what a job it was. I mean, it was fantastic. If you looked at the brickwork, and I'm a bricklayer, so I mean, I have a knowledge of what it is to do a brick arch, and to see that being done would have been fantastic. And I just thought, when this big machine went in, the last little bit on the arch as it was over the top, and the last little bit, chunk, and down it went, and I thought, there's something that's gone, and it won't be replaced. It's not replaced nowadays. You know? So, yeah, lots of happy memories, though. Lots of happy memories. It's a shame it's so high. It's a shame that it's got some pretty weird shapes to it. If you look on the top of there, on the ways all over the place. That one's a bit more level, but
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
it is a little bit high, really.
They said it
The
had
old bridge, I mean, up the other end, you mentioned that brickwork had been done on the other end there. I mean, that there was a tunnel underneath. There is another bridge there, and you could walk underneath. As a lad, we used to play up in the cutting there, all the way up underneath. And then, out this side, in the field, in the corner of the field there was a massive area that was completely dug out, ready for a turn to put in, to get back out, down onto the line from Didcot down to Newbury, down to Southampton. So there was going to be a link onto that line. So there was a real large area, a large pit there, and for several years, when it was Cllr and Whitchurch Rural District Council, the dust carts would come up and they would dump in there. So the stuff that was dumped in there was everybody's everyday waste for years. Then eventually they started filling up underneath the tunnel itself, and eventually out into the cutting, which was leading down to the back of what is the station now. In the 80s, when all that was filled up and it was returned to field, there was a gentleman that came here and wanted to have a look and see what he could find. And he actually dug down, and he had tunnels round inside what was the old waste tip, and he took out from there, I remember he found a World War II pistol, he found complete WCs with all the fancy painting around it, he found all sorts of things in there that people years ago, it was just rubbish, change it, throw it away, and it was all thrown in there, and he got out no end of stuff. Eventually it got all filled back in again, and it's returned back to a field, but yeah, there's quite some history underneath it. Yeah.
Was that a Whitchurch person that dug that out?
It was not, no, it was somebody from outside, and I can't remember who it was. I just don't remember who it was, but he was there for quite a few months digging, and we used to come up as children and just watch and see what he was digging out. We were curious of the things he was taking out that our mums and dads and uncles and aunties and grands and granddads would have thrown away. And he was digging it out and taking it away as treasure. You know? Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Look, we have a car trying to come across, but he's blocked by ironing boards.
Perhaps we could move it for him.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks, Hunter.
Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed